These days of horrible struggle and all kinds of things happening, violence, very much needed is this Saju. And you will be amazed. It is something, a grace that people get it. In Turkey, we have about 2,000 people who are realized souls. Nobody lost their life, not a single thing, not their houses were even, they just little bit, I would say, shook, but never fell. Orissa, it happens the same. It has happened in several places that people have been just saved with those who have been in the grace of the divine. We have to become that. We can't live without it. It's rather subtle. It is subtle, I know, but sometimes must understand we have to be subtle. Now, as it is so much of illness, sickness, I find, mostly I find with all the people who are working very hard is the right-sided problem. Some sort of a right side. And it can be absolutely cured, absolutely be under your control, and you can cure others also. This is such a blessing we have in this horrible Kali Yuga. The worst times, they say, the worst and worst, that is the time is now. And you see the effects of that. But in that only, the lotus of Sajoga has come up. You don't have to pay for it. That's one thing you should know. Anybody asks money from you, he is not divine. Don't have to pay for it at all. When you grow and when you achieve, when you give realizations to others, then you will be surprised. You rise into a new realm of understanding, which is a doubtless awareness, which is called as Nirvikalpa Samadhi, according to Patanjali. Now, as we have learnt English, I don't think we read much of our Indian scriptures and things. But that also those who read will go on praying to one mound of statues, these, that. I mean, just they are fanatically religious people, wasting their life like that. The another side are the Buddhivadis, what you call, are the intellectuals, you see. They are the much worse ones, because they think they have read everything, they know everything. Now what to tell them? It's a very simple thing they don't want to accept. You can't tell them, take it straight. You have to have it in the other way. So, also, to understand it, we should know we have not known ourselves. We have to know ourselves. And for knowing ourselves, Kundalini awakening is the only way as far as I know. And I hope you all will think about it and come to our centers where realization can be given. There are many centers we have got. You don't have to pay any money, nothing. But you come and relax. Relaxation is only possible after self-realization, not before. You'll be surprised your aging will stop. I have no aging problem. My husband also has no aging problem. We don't think of it. It's over. Now, whenever one has to die, one will die. But till then, we are not bothered. Anything that you do will have a special light of the divine. I bless you from my heart that you develop these subtleties within yourself and you try to understand that so far you have not known yourself. You have to know yourself. You don't have to introspect and sit down criticizing yourself, feeling guilty. No, not at all. Whatever has happened has happened. Because you will be amazed at yourself that all your destructive habits also will drop out by themselves. Overnight in London, there were 12 boys with the addiction of drugs. They stopped overnight. Overnight. I never told them. I never tell people, don't. I never say that. But that Kundalini rises and the light of your heart, light of the spirit, that guides you. That tells you what is destructive for you. And you have power not to accept anything that is destructive. I know there are difficulties. I know there are problems. but you will never see them. If you are sitting in a boat, you are not bothered as to how deep the sea is. It's like that. You rise above all these things and you watch and you help others. Apart from that, it helps you in your work, very much in your work. You understand your work very well because of torsion area again. My husband says, how do you get this idea? I said, got it. All right, this is the idea, I've got it. Now, he's amazed sometimes how I manage things, how I'm doing. I have no secretariat, I have no secretary, I have not PA, nothing. And we are working in 86 countries. So it is just works out because it is this divine power which is so helpful, which is so kind. So again and again, I wish you best of luck. Please come to our centers. I hope they'll give you the addresses and all that. And you can come on Saturdays or Sundays, whenever you want to, and get your realization. May God bless you.
Srimati, they are requesting if you can give them self-realization.
You see, there is one thing that one feels very guilty. For, I don't know, that's our temperament, I think. We feel guilty. Oh, I've done this, I've been doing this, how will I get realization? So, first of all, you don't have to feel guilty at all. Forgive yourself and then forgive others. Just these two things can you manage? Just to say, I forgive everyone. Now they say that very difficult, mother, to forgive. So the argument is like this. Whether you forgive or don't forgive, what do you do? Nothing. But when you don't forgive, then you torture yourself for the person who has harmed you. So I request you just to say, I forgive everything, Mother, I forgive everyone. And forgive yourself. Not to feel guilty. Whatever has happened is finished, that's past. We are not talking of past, we are talking of present. You have to be in the present. Not in the past, of course not in the future, as most of us are there. That's the thing gives you right side. So we have to be in the center, we have to be in the balance, and we have to be in the present. When I cannot go on giving lecture. See, I've given so many lectures after lectures after lectures. But you can also get my tapes. But first, get yourself completely blossoming with your own vibrations, with your own spun. So for doing this, as simple as I have to request you to take out your shoes, if you don't mind. In England, I said, take out your shoes, so half of them walked out. Very difficult people. You become so peaceful, you don't know. Because you also become sakshi. You become a witness. You see, only if somebody is getting angry, you just start watching. Like once I was giving a lecture in Switzerland, and one lady came to hit me with the Bible. The scene was very ridiculous, you see. And I started laughing, and she couldn't understand why I was laughing. She went back.
Once the Kundalini rises and it's awakened, you have to keep practicing it, or it stays awake?
It stays mostly, but can also come down. Supposing you have some disease, then it comes back to look after that organ. It does that. But you know how to raise it again and again. You know how to fix it. In the beginning, I should say mostly it stays with people, but depends on. Can't say I've seen it drops it out also, but you must give it the nourishment of love. See, if you love people, you start loving them, caring for them, then she rises even faster. And if she's falling, also you will know how to raise it. There's no problem on that. It doesn't take too much time. Within 1 month, you can be a master.
Say, because air conditioning,
All right. Now, you go home and close your doors, all the doors, and see for yourself if you get the cool breeze or not. If you get it, you have got it. If you don't get it, then you come again and see for yourself, I would say. But actually it is always with the thing is a different kind of a feeling. It's not what you get from the air conditioning on the fingertips. See for yourself. It's not that way. But go home and see for yourself. It is there. Your eyes will be shining also.
When you open your hand, what are you supposed to say in your mind?
Nothing. You don't tell your mind anything, don't fight with anything. Just she works and shoots you off, all right? You don't have to say anything better. Nothing. How it will help the IAS officers of our country? It's a very interesting question because I've been always concerned about it.